All right, welcome everybody. We have a number of people trickling in. Welcome John, Ken, Dan, welcome. We're going to wait just a few more minutes before we get started here, as we still have people joining us. While we're waiting, please go ahead and introduce yourself in the chat. We have a number of people already kind of jumping on there. Maybe let us know where you're from, what kind of company you run, just so we have a little bit of an idea of what sort of landscape we have. Should be, most people I believe are outdoor adventure companies. All right, everybody, welcome to our webinar. I'm going to get started. It's 10:03 here on the West Coast right now, so just a couple minutes after the hour. We probably still have a couple people trickling in, but want to be considerate of everyone's time. So thank you all for joining. If you have any questions or need anything, please fire it off in the chat. If the audio is not good, please let us know, or if you need any help, we'll be happy to help. Dustin with our company is helping on the chat and is available to respond to anybody as needed. But at this point, I will get started. So thank you for joining us. Today we're going to be talking about the first place to advertise your outdoor adventure company. This is the first webinar in a series of webinars we're going to be running, hopefully weekly, assuming we can stick to that schedule, for outdoor adventure companies, companies like the ones that you own. Our entire focus is outdoor adventure company digital marketing. So my name is Adam Arkfeld. I'm the owner of Outdoor Adventure Marketing. So today we're going to talk about a few different things. We're going to talk about the first place that you should be advertising your outdoor adventure company. I'm going to give you a little bit of background about outdoor adventure marketing. Then I'm going to talk a bit about direct versus brand awareness marketing. That's really important when we start talking about the buyer journey for tour companies or outdoor events. And then we're going to dig into the first place that you should be spending your money, in our opinion, if you are doing digital marketing. We're going to wrap up with some time for questions. We expect the entire webinar to be right around 20 minutes, but if we need to stick around longer, we certainly can. It may be a little bit shorter. If you have any questions, please throw it in the main chat or let Dustin know, and he will aggregate those at the end and we can respond or talk about things offline. Perfect. So Outdoor Adventure Marketing is a lead generation company for outdoor adventure companies. We're a digital agency. We started in 2009. We're located in Tempe, Arizona, and we have 10 full-time in-house staff. So we're not remote. We're not outsourced, anything like that. And we drive prospects to your event or tour business. We have a strong, proven method for tour-related lead generation. That's what we do. That's what we've been doing for a long time. My name is Adam Arkfeld. I'm the owner and founder. I'm also a father, and fathers put pictures of their kids everywhere, so that's my daughter right there next to my face. And I'm a cold brew enthusiast. I absolutely love cold brew. If you're ever in Arizona, I'll take you to the best spots, or if you just want to brew, I'll take you there as well, and we can, I'll have a cold brew, you can have a regular brew, or vice versa. Business owner, digital marketer. I used to have a development company back in the day before online marketing, so I'm well-versed in technology, as is the company itself, and our specialization is online digital marketing. All right, so I want to start with talking about consumer buying behavior. We're going to talk about two different types of consumer buying behavior, which is really important when we're talking about lead generation, especially for particular types of businesses. So the first time is brand awareness. And brand awareness is when the advertiser starts the conversation. In the photo below, you can see Times Square, New York City, and this is the epitome of brand awareness marketing. You have Coca-Cola, Samsung, Wicked, Mamma Mia, all these different brands pushing their brand in front of you. So you may not even drink soda. You may not be interested in musicals at all. But what's happening is these companies are pushing their message in front of you, kind of a shotgun approach, to say, did you know you want this product? Are you sure? Do you want to see this ad a different way? Do you want to try it? Here's another version. Maybe you should buy it. You should buy it. You should buy it. And that's brand awareness marketing, where the advertiser is really initiating the conversation and pushing the message to you. So brand awareness is the first type of consumer buying behavior. The second type of consumer buying behavior is direct response. And direct response is when the consumer starts the conversation. So the example I like to use, which is a little bit depressing sometimes, is you're at home, your toilet breaks, and this is a bad situation. Your toilet's broken, you have a situation, you need to find someone. So you go, you look for a plumber, you go to after hours emergency services, can you fix my toilet? Like now, thank you, please come to my house, make this happen. So in that instance, the consumer is starting the conversation. And the difference is, in direct response, you're responding to that request. In brand awareness, the company is initiating the conversation. So what did not happen in this situation is you were not on Facebook browsing through, looking at kids, my kids, other people's posts, and then see an ad for a plumber, and then that reminded you that your toilet was broken. So that just did not happen. So in the direct response environment, again, the consumer is starting this conversation. So how does that relate to tour companies? Once a year, my family and I go to take a winter vacation. We've typically gone to Beaver Creek. Last year we checked out Park City, both amazing towns, and we go there and we spend 3 to 5 days. So when we are going to on a trip, out of state, obviously, the plan is that we're trying to decide what we're going to be doing when we're on that trip. So let's say it's November, we're planning for February, and we're thinking, I can't wait for our vacation in Colorado. What are we going to do there? I'd love to go snowmobiling. Well, I don't know any snowmobiling companies, so let's go find some. We go look online. We find a company. As long as they look reputable, we call them, we watch a video, we check out the website, and really, from a consumer perspective, I don't really know one tour company from the next, except for the fact that I may look at a few reviews, the website may be better, and maybe the pricing. So this is a direct response behavior by a consumer. It's very similar to the plumber situation. I have a need, and I have a need at a very specific moment in time, and I'm going to go satisfy and fulfill that need so that I can get exactly what I want. So in the tour company industry, this is a very, very common type of buying behavior. Now, what did not happen in that scenario that I just outlined? What did not happen is I didn't see any ads on Facebook. I didn't get a postcard in the mail. I wasn't in New York in Times Square and saw an ad for your tour company. I didn't see ads in magazine. I didn't go to a trade show. It was not brand awareness marketing. So when everything is initiated by the consumer, you as a tour company are really responding to those requests versus pushing the requests in front of the consumer. So I didn't see ads in Arizona because we're somewhat close to Colorado that said, hey, are you coming to Colorado next year? If you are, you should check out snowmobiling. Hopefully you'll be around Beaver Creek. And if you're not, oh well, but let's shotgun this out there and hope that someone is actually going to be showing up to Beaver Creek. So that is definitely what's not happening. Let's talk about where they found you. So in the direct response example that I just explained, typically someone is going to a Google or Bing or another direct response platform. So when you need to find something like a plumber, or if you're doing a tour in a very specific moment in time, you're going to go and you're going to search for someone to satisfy that need. So on Google, you might go in, you might type in snowmobiling in Beaver Creek, and the first 3 or 4 results that you see are actually going to be advertisements. Organic listings are being pushed farther and farther and farther down the homepage, and unless you're on the first page as organic, you are not going to be seen on the second or third page just because no one's going to the second or third page, more or less. I cannot remember the last time I hit go to the second page because people just don't need to go that far. So the reality is consumers are looking for tour companies. They might go to Google or Bing. They search for it. If you're not in the paid ads and you're not on the top of the organic listings, you're not being found in the direct response platform that most people are trying to find you in. And this is really important. One of the main places that people are searching for tour companies is in Google. And the only way you can get on the first page is to have really amazing organic SEO, which takes a little bit of time, but is definitely possible. Or you need to buy ads to be in the top 3 or 4 positions. So in the screenshot that I have online here, you can see the top 3. They have the little green ad label on the left-hand side. Ironically, I was searching for this just in the last week or so, and none of these ads actually really speak to my intent. It's Summertime Beaver Creek. These are vacation rentals, rental homes, the event center kind of tangentially, probably due to the fact that snowmobiling isn't popular right now. I probably should have chose ATV. However, these ads are the ones that appear likely because they're matching for the Beaver Creek search term. AdWords is powerful because it's an area where control of your advertising meets intent of the consumer. You can control your message for people intending to find businesses like yours. And this is really, really powerful, and it's a really important message that I want to get across in this webinar today. When someone is looking for your business or your type of business, you have ultimate control in the AdWords platform in one of the main environments that people are searching for you. You can show ads based on the exact search terms that someone's putting in, and you can make those results appear at the very top of Google search, assuming that you're bidding competitively. There are an incredible number of customization options that are available with your ad itself. When you look at the bottom ad in the screenshot, you can see 3 different what are called ad extensions. The first one is an address. So on a mobile device, someone can click that address. It'll give you driving directions to your business. It'll also just kind of indicate where you're located. If someone's in Denver or something and they're searching for Vail or the Beaver Creek area, it'll tell you exactly where, it'll tell them exactly where you are. The next one is a phone number. So they have really, really easy access to call you. In the tour industry, there are a lot of phone calls being placed because it's not the cheapest event that someone's going to be doing when they're traveling. When you're on a mobile device, this phone number is actually a click-to-call number, so it makes it even easier. They see the phone number, they click it, it calls you right away. It's just incredibly fast. Then next to that, you see the hours. So the hours are not incredibly important for tour companies because people are typically scheduling a tour. However, this might be important for another type of business. Above that, in the first ad, you can see what are called site links, where when you click those links, they will take you to different parts of the site, but you can really push additional messages. The vacation deals and book online, that's called that's another type of extension that allows you to outline your services all in a row and give even more information. So there are quite a few different options when it comes to beefing up your ad and giving a lot of information and making it really powerful and stand out. You have text messaging. You've also got a pricing extension that recently released. There's a lot of different options. From a budget perspective, you can spend as little or as much as you like. So if you want to spend $10 a day and you want to rock $300 a month, you can do that. If you want to spend $100 a day and spend $3,000 a month, you can do that as well, and you can adjust those budgets on the fly. So it's not going into an environment where it's like, I have to spend $3,000 a month to even give this a shot. You can start off low, and you can increase that spend over time or kick up the spend in your busy season or slow season, however you want to look at it, and you have ultimate control over that advertising. So I think the main point that we're trying to get across is being in this industry for a long time and managing a lot of different types of paid media accounts. In the outdoor event industry, search marketing, responding to demand is just incredibly important, and it's the one spot where people can really dive in and get a large return on investment right away. When consumers have intent, search marketing is just golden. So outdoor adventure services are intent-driven. People have an intention to do something. I intend to ride ATVs when I'm on vacation. Social networks do not respond to intent. So you're not searching for things in a social environment. When you're on Facebook, you don't really have intent. Your intent is, I'm going to be on Facebook and see what everyone else is doing, but you're not looking for something. So as an outdoor adventure company, you want to be where customers are looking for you. And one of the best places for that is Google AdWords and Bing and other search marketing partners like that. That's a wrap. I said I was going to keep it short. I think we're at exactly 15 minutes. To recap, we are Outdoor Adventure Marketing. We specialize in lead generation just for outdoor adventure companies. To give you a sample, we work with ATV tour companies, snowmobiling when it's in season, ziplining, skydiving, hot air balloons, jet skis, snorkeling, segways, and a whole lot more. So we work with just that industry exclusively. And next week, we're going to be talking about the #1 Facebook strategy if you're advertising your adventure company on social media. So I put that in there because I just went through this entire presentation and talked about don't advertise on Facebook. However, if you are going to be advertising on social media, there are a couple different tactics that are really interesting that will not blow your budget, but will return and will give you a return on investment and increase your brand awareness. So that'll be next Tuesday. It'll be at the exact same time. We will send out an email for registration if you're interested in attending that one as well. And at this point, if anyone has any questions, feel free to find them off in the chat box or send a private message. We'll be happy to answer them. But that concludes our short webinar today. We're Outdoor Adventure Marketing. This is our contact information if you need it. We will be publishing this presentation on YouTube probably in the next week or so, maybe 2 weeks, so that you have access and availability to it in a recorded environment. Thank you everyone for joining, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll get into any questions if there are any. All right, doesn't look like we have any questions right now. So feel free to connect with us online, and we will move on. Actually, we do have one coming in right now. William, I have you on my radar. I'm here for you. So the question is, if my competitors don't do AdWords, is there any point in me doing it? That's a very good question, and there are a couple different, and you're optimized well for SEO. There are a couple different things to consider there. So I think the most important aspect of AdWords is the control over your ads. And if you're optimized well for SEO and you're aware of how the SEO kind of game works, if you will, you know that you only have so much control over what your listing looks like. You can customize the title tag, the descriptive text, and the URL, and that's pretty much it. So the amount of information that you can show a consumer is somewhat limited. When you have an ad, you can really show an incredible amount of information to beef up your listing and make it look stronger. So while in the organic results you may be shown, when you have these the site extensions, the phone numbers, the phone calls, the links, you can do pricing. It really gives you a lot of information. It gives you the ability to show a lot of information that may not exist otherwise. The other angle to that is if you have any competition in the area, you can actually buy their business name in your AdWords advertising. So for example, we are outdoor adventure marketing. If there's a company called Outdoor Marketing Adventures or something like that, that was a terrible name that I made up, but if there was another company that does what we do, we could actually buy that business name in our AdWords campaign, and we could show our ad in a competitor campaign so that we show above their organic results. So if you're optimized well for SEO, that's great. You may appear at the top. We typically do branded campaigns to push ourselves to the tops as well. But you can also buy your competitor keywords and their names so that your ad shows above theirs, which is a very powerful tool. Some people, if they have really good relationships with their competitors, they might, not do that. But in most industries and in most businesses, we see that quite often, and is a legitimate approach to advertising in AdWords. And yes, you definitely can trump those SEO results with AdWords. So essentially with AdWords and Bing Ads, you get to buy your placement. That's the entire reason you do it for whatever business, for whatever keywords you want to. So those keywords can be other business names. They can be very specific services, and they can position your ad exactly where you want it. The other aspect of that is if you are trying to direct people to different types of services in different seasons, William, you can actually change your ad on the fly, literally within a day. That takes them to different landing pages or different pricing pages so that people are seeing different types of content right away. So there are a number of tactics and strategies for doing AdWords. But really, it's a presence, and you're the first one, and you can really get on top of competitors pretty easily. And the only possible flip side of that is they might be purchasing your name in the future, but that's kind of the digital marketing space. All right, well, thank you all for joining. It is just about 10:25. Feel free to connect with us offline at any time. Again, this will be available for recording in the future. We will send it all to you via an email. And stay tuned next week. We're going to be talking about Facebook advertising and the most important tactic for advertising in Facebook if you're going to do so, even though it's not the first place we would start. So thank you, everyone. Have a great afternoon.